Welcome into LAFC Weekly presented by Carmax. Hi, I am Max Bretos, and this is the show that gets you up close and personal to all things black and gold. A pretty modest beginning to the career of Kai Kamara. The Hawthorne native went to Cal State Dominguez Hills, and then what would follow, a path that none have taken before or probably after. 10 MLS clubs, 2 clubs in England, another one in Finland, all the while scoring a ton of goals. Now on the back end of his career, Kai was wondering how much he had left when he got a phone call from LAFC who said, "We want you." It is a phone call the LA native will not forget, and it's the beginning of our Behind the Crest, presented by Carmax.
So when I got the call, I was in Sierra Leone, and I do some work over in Sierra Leone with my Heart Shaped Hands Foundation, and my agent called me and said, "Hey, how would you like to come to LA?" And I was just like, "What?" It's like LAFC. It's like, you're joking, right?
They've never seen white men kick jump. They haven't seen it. He hasn't seen that yet.
Could I call this a homecoming? Yes, this is a homecoming, and doesn't matter that I didn't play for LAFC before or coming back to LAFC, but this is home. LA is my home. When I moved from Sierra Leone, West Africa, I grew up here. I went to, Lusinger High School, and this was my home. So when I saw, the new team, LAFC, came into the league a few years back, it makes you proud to have more soccer teams in this state, in this city. And it was a dream to really see the success that the club has gotten for so many years, and to say, hey, what if one day you can play for a team like that? So now I'm home, and I get to, put on the black and gold. It's amazing. In the past years, what made this club attractive is, hey, championship. It's championship caliber club and family. Really, like being on the outside and seeing, the post on Instagram and seeing, every time the team wins a game and you see all the kids and all the family gets together in that one big photo. It's like you see these things over and over, and you just wish you can be part of it. So those things are really, really good, and it shows, because football is about a family, and clubs that's going to be more successful, the clubs that's going to focus on that, and I can see that from the outside.
Say hi to the coach. He's the coach. Hey guys. Yeah, okay. Fun. You're in. Yes, Kaylin and Kendrick.
I love this game. I've been around this game. I want to relate to the guys from, it could be the academies and all that stuff, but they will see from me that I don't like taking time off, taking days off. And those are the things, because I want to lead by example. It's not just what I'm telling, some of these young players, or just the players around me, or players that haven't been in MLS for long. But you got to be out there. You got to show them how. How is it that I can play for 19 seasons at the age of 39, but you show them that work rate every day. And when you do that, that's really what I'm going to bring to the locker room. This is one of the top clubs that you want to play for. And so there was a no-brainer. I decided to jump on that flight and come here. And now I'm here wearing the colors. When I look back at my football or soccer journey, I mean, it's beautiful, really, for me to start here in, at home in LA, and to be back at it, it gives me extra joy to show the hard work that I put in throughout the years, and you know, being able to push myself a little bit more again, over and over every day. For me, that's what it is. And obviously, the older you get now, or the older I get, and have my own family, my own kids, when they're seeing you all the time and they're proud of you, so I want to continue to make them proud. And you know, it pushes you, it makes you work, and the work becomes fun.
Coming up on LAFC Weekly, presented by Carmax, we go inside Ilie Sanchez's journey to the black and gold. LAFC Weekly is presented by Carmax, official used car retailer of LAFC, by BMO, official bank of LAFC, and by Pacific Office Automation. We have your office game plan. Welcome back to LAFC Weekly, presented by Carmax. From the fertile grounds of Barcelona comes midfielder Ilie Sanchez, who was handpicked by the club ahead of the 2022 season to lead LAFC into this next successful era. And forgive me as I empty the cliche meter when I talk about Ilie. He is the consummate professional. He is the first one in at training and the last one to leave. Facts. He is there to mentor all the young players and send them into the right direction. He has his football ideas, and he does all the little things well. And he does the big things well too, including hitting the winning penalty at the 2022 MLS Cup. Ilie Sanchez is this week's player profile, presented by Rockstar Energy Drink.
Hola, soy Ilie Sánchez, centrocampista de Los Ángeles Fútbol Club.
Ilie Sanchez!
Y soy de Barcelona. Yo empecé mi carrera en este mundo del fútbol profesionalmente en el Barcelona B, cuando tenía 18 años. Desde la categoría de Segunda B conseguimos el ascenso a Segunda A. Me quedé 4 años más en el Barça B, hasta que me fui a Alemania a jugar para el Múnich 1860, pasando por el Elche y volviendo a Múnich, donde rescindí mi contrato para poder llegar a la MLS en Kansas City, donde estuve 5 años antes de unirme a Los Ángeles Fútbol Club en 2022. Cuando llegué a Sporting Kansas City en 2017, para mí fue una aventura. Nada más llegar nos convertimos en campeones de la US Open Cup, un torneo histórico dentro del fútbol de Estados Unidos, y donde también viví otros 4 años, en total 5, hasta ahora el equipo donde he estado más tiempo aparte del Barça y del que guardo muy buenos recuerdos. El venir a Los Ángeles Fútbol Club y aceptar un proyecto como este para mí fue muy sencillo, y simplemente fueron charlas de fútbol que tuve con John Torrington, que tuve con Steve. He tenido que aprender, he tenido que esforzarme mucho, pero creo que año tras año estoy consiguiendo convertirme en mejor jugador, y sobre todo estoy muy orgulloso de los títulos que hemos conseguido hasta ahora. Cuando no estoy jugando, entrenando aquí en la ciudad deportiva donde paso muchas horas, lo que más me gusta hacer es ir a la playa, ya sea solo, con amigos, con mi familia, relajarme, bañarme en el mar, me encanta el agua del mar, y si no, comer por ahí, y si no, también me gusta mucho ir al cine, ver películas, pero en el cine, ¿no? Disfrutar de una buena película con unas palomitas, pues sería un plan ideal para mí en cualquier día libre. El momento de convertir el penalti que nos dio la MLS Cup, Steve decidió la lista de lanzadores, me tocó chutar cuarto y tuve la suerte de que chuté a un lado y entró, así que no tengo grandes recuerdos de ese momento en particular, pero sí de los de durante todo el día de la final y después del partido, de la celebración. Para mí, mi referente siempre ha sido mi hermano. Mi hermano Yuri ha sido un jugador buenísimo que iba siempre avanzado a lo que era su época, su equipo, sus compañeros, siempre un paso por delante, ¿no?, de lo que era el fútbol. Yo siempre he querido ser como él, parecerme a él, hacer las cosas que él hacía y ser tan bueno como él. A medida que he ido también adentrándome en el mundo del fútbol profesional, lógicamente Luis Enrique ha sido un entrenador que me ha marcado muchísimo, fue mi primer entrenador en el Barça B y del que aprendí tantísimas cosas que a día de hoy sigo haciendo y que tuve la suerte de que me las enseñó él nada más empezar mi carrera y que me han servido 10, 12 y me servirán de aquí 15 años. Con él viví grandes momentos, me convertí en profesional y le estaré eternamente agradecido por todo lo que me enseñó y por todo lo que me inculcó.
Coming up on LAFC Weekly, presented by Carmax. From joining LAFC's first under-12 academy squad to being named captain of LAFC 2, we take an in-depth look at Diego Rosales' rise with the black and gold. Welcome back to LAFC Weekly, presented by Carmax. Let us go back to the very beginning, before there was an LAFC first team, before there was a stadium even here, there was one team. It was a bunch of 12-year-olds. It was the beginning of the LAFC Academy, and on that team was Diego Rosales. A lot has changed since then, and LAFC has hit their targets, and now young Diego's starting to do that as well. He is the pride of Southgate. He is the captain of LAFC 2, and he is an inspiration to his family, his friends, and his community. He is also the subject of this week's Academy Report, presented by Stater Brothers.
LA right here, baby!
When I joined LAFC Academy, I was 10 years old. I had came from a club called Fullerton Rangers, and they had asked me to come try out. At first, I was a bit hesitant because I didn't know really much about it, what it was, and that's when my family and I came together one day at the house, and they kind of told me like to look at the bigger picture and to see the opportunities that will come with it, and that's when I took it, and that's when I signed.
I remember just to see a kid that was very focused with a lot of defensive mentality, a kid that was just trying to lead the group, always just trying to talk as much as he was always quiet off the field. On the field, he was just always trying to talk.
I have that mentality where whether you're losing, whether you're winning, whether the game's going well or not, just to always use your voice and always be a talkative person and talk the team and lead the team and organize the group.
He had that determination of keep getting better, and that is something that it's very important when you are just in these environments. I think that that's what Diego was bringing since day one.
Determination is important to me. I think it's one of the reasons why it's got me to where I am now, that along as hard work, and I think just being able to enjoy life and enjoy football and enjoy what I love to do.
You know, it's funny thinking back to 2016 when that was our only team. The first people to ever wear an LAFC jersey, and then to see two of them now in our first team, another one of them now signed as professionals. Brian Moyato is another one. It's Diego himself is testament to this, but also shows the progress that our academy has made.
At the end, it's just to have an identity. You need to have players that have been built by us as a club, as an organization. And Diego is a perfect example. He has been with us for the last 6-7 years. He has been going through different phases in his development. We have been helping him, and he was helping us also in some phases of that development.
What I love about Diego's story is that he has been involved at every layer of this organization, and for him to captain LAFC 2, I think is a deserving reward for him, showing how much he loves this club. And it's not just him, it's his family. I mean, I've known his family since they were 12 years old. I still think back fondly to conversations I've had with his father about what's happening. We had to manage Diego through COVID, where it was just, he's grown with the club, and so to see him playing well at LAFC too, in a leadership role, certainly should be source of great pride for everybody at the organization.
At this stage, he's very close just to get to the level or to the team that he has been dreaming for the last 6-7 years.
The ultimate ambition of this club is that the backbone of this team is kids that have come through this academy, and so that we're not there yet. I mean, there are reasons for it. Obviously, that group of 12-year-olds is still very young, but I think in years to come it'll be a far more well-worn path as players come through our academy into the first team.
The process is long. Their careers are going to be long, but they need to trust the process, because at the end you want to see the results, no? And that's what the LAFC Academy means to me. And I think that long term, it's going to be providing to the club even better opportunities and through the players to keep playing for the first team.
Coming up on LAFC Weekly, presented by Carmax. Relive the day Maxime Crépeau became a club legend. LAFC Weekly is presented by Carmax, official used car retailer of LAFC, by BMO, official bank of LAFC, and by Auto Collision Group, official auto collision center of LAFC. Welcome back to LAFC Weekly, presented by Carmax. Goalkeeper Maxime Crépeau spent just 2 seasons with LAFC, but what a 2 seasons they were. Playing in 2 MLS Cup finals, winning one in 2022, and I'm sure you all know about the legend and the lore where Maxime Crépeau put his body on the line so that LAFC could secure that trophy and put that star on top of the crest, which will remain from every day forward. Maxime, now a member of the Portland Timbers, but when he returned to BMO Stadium in 2024, the reception was breathtaking. He will always be a club legend, and he is this week's Classic Club Moment, presented by Remitly.
Secondly, I saw you guys FaceTiming with Maxime in the locker room. What did you say to him? What did he say to you on that FaceTime?
I'll go to the second question first. I just saw his face, and I think we both saw each other's emotions. That's the play of the game for me. He made a big-time decision by coming out and making that play.
I mean, he's brave. He's brave. He has to come out. Potentially saves the game here.
But the emotion in that phone call was just something special to have.
And win MLS Cup for LAFC with this kick. Yes!
Hey, come on, Max, it's on the big screen, baby. Hey, that's on the big screen. Yeah! Hey, get it, man. I love you, man. I love you, man. I love you.
Maxime's wife, Christine, wants to say a couple things.
I'll try to do my best. Max gave his heart and his body yesterday for the club, for Los Angeles. And he asked me to say something for you. Guys, we did it. I'm so glad we brought it home. Thank you to my teammate, the staff, the organization, and the amazing support since day one as I arrived in the black and gold jersey. Angeles. And this is only the beginning. Let's celebrate tonight.
That is all the time we have for this week. Our time is so short, I know. We gotta do this more regularly. But we'll do it again next week. And until then, this is Max Bretos saying, let's go, black and gold.